Hold up. Do you really think that Obama did actually tag me on Twitter or X from his tweets from 2023? Hi, this is Saharan Sal, and today I'm going to veer off a little from my regular STEM or STEAM content that I create and share my 2 cents on other related topics. 2024 is going to be the year of the use cases of artificial intelligence, and we've also seen that this year we're going to have 50 plus elections globally. So I have been exploring the topic of how artificial intelligence is going to affect the outcome of elections globally, and more what I'm going to be talking about or just sharing my thoughts on is going to be related locally since I'm based in Ghana. And how do we as Ghanaians going into the 2024 general elections gonna handle fake news, misinformation, and disinformation? And before I go any further, I just want to define fake news as I notice it in the NCCE, that's National Commission for Civic Education of Ghana. One of the documents defines fake news as, or also known as, hoax news is a false information or propaganda either written or published to look like authentic news. And according to Section 76 of the Electronic Commission Act 2008, that is Act 775, sharing of fake news is illegal. So, just like my first post you saw me of Barack Obama putting me in the tweets, it's very easy. I'm going to show you how I did that. But this video is, I'm keeping in copy the NCCE, the Electoral Commission, the Cyber Security Commission, the Ghana Police, of course, the media houses, traditional media houses, new media platforms, and influencers, because you are the ones who are going to be who are going to end up giving news content more reach. So you ask me, how does it really matter like what is being shared and whatnot? Because I did an experiment. I posted the picture of Barack Obama tagging me to one of his tweets, and some of my friends, I posted it on my WhatsApp status, and some of my friends believed it. They thought, oh yeah, oh great, how come Obama tag you? Oh, congratulations, man, you're going global. But I was like, why are they falling for this? Like, only I think 2 people, about 8 people were surprised, like, oh nice one. Then about 2 people was like, oh no, you lying, man, you lying, that's not real. Yeah, so they questioned the authenticity of what I posted. So it's just a thought experiment to see how my immediate audience are going to react. So I was thinking about it. Is it because of what I do? And maybe they thought of, okay, I've gotten some break by this global icon talking about my Twitter handle. Of course, I've had major media outlets resharing my content or using part of my content in their media publications, which they know about or they are aware of. So is it that I'm exposing my integrity, or based on who I am, that's why they believe it? So this is how I see it. I feel like if you're a news media outlet out there and you do not verify information that comes your way, we've seen this many times. We've seen media giants like CNN reproducing or putting on air primetime news fake news content. We've seen it over and over again. We've seen it locally. I've seen it locally where content are not verified. So this is one of the things I'm going to show you right now on how to create with basic knowledge of HTML, hypertext markup language, and knowing how to use your browser and have a PC and internet, you can reproduce what I did. So let's go through that right now. So all you need to do is just go to the tweets, use the inspection tool, right click on your browser, right click on the tweet, use the inspection tool, go to inspection, it opens up, locates where the markup or the text for that tweet is, double click it or whatever, and you can edit it now, and you can modify it however you want. Hit enter, close the inspection tool, voila, you're done. You've edited a tweet on the web browser that looks real. Great, so welcome back. So now, there are other means of doing this, of taking a screenshot. Some people will take a screenshot and edit it using a desktop editing tool. But I'm not a good editor. But most often, the issue with that approach is that you can detect the difference in the text fonts. So why that approach is easy to detect is that you can see that there's a variation in the text. So this one we can identify fake or modified content from Twitter. One way to, and the bottom line of this is that always go to the news source. When you're reading something online, when something is shared with you, there should be a link to go to the original source of whoever said what. Do not rely on what you're saying. Do not believe anything you see online. So there's what we call plugins or embedded tweets, for instance. I use Twitter a lot, so bear with me for talking about Twitter or X as it's known now. You can also pull from Instagram. This is what we call, you can use certain plugins or embedding options whereby you can pull in the content that was posted. It could be on Instagram, it could be from wherever, if there are plugs in or embedding. You pull in the embeddings from the platform and you add it to wherever platform you want it published. Doing it this way enhances the authenticity of the content, so people can easily go back to the original source of the content. So to all the news media outlets out there, this is for you. Use these options. Don't be in a hurry. In fact, one of the ways I don't share news, I don't help in sharing fake news or news, whatever is out there, is that I usually wait. Let some time go over the breaking news content. Do not be in a hurry to reshare or to repost. I remember in 2020, towards the last election, our election cycle in Ghana it's the same year as that of the United States of America, and almost the same period. I think they have the elections in November and we have ours in December 7th or December 7th thereabout. So I noticed that Meta or Facebook, they gave a new feature on WhatsApp whereby if you receive a content, maybe a text content or an image content, and you try forwarding it to another contact or to a group, you'll notice that there was a tag that came on it, and this tag says forwarded, and there'll be 2 arrows. It was some of the approach Facebook used and trying to combat the sharing of news or overshared content on their platform, WhatsApp. That's how they came about that approach, to help so that you don't just receive something and then share it. It's not, you don't know if it's even verified, if it's real or not, but you just go ahead and share it. I believe that these few pointers would help you to identify news content by always going to the source. All right, going more deeper into artificial intelligence, I spent the latter part of last year educating young people, universities and high school students on artificial intelligence and the use cases. So one thing you're going to be noticing this year, like I mentioned, 2024 is the year of the use cases of artificial intelligence tools. So one method of using artificial intelligence is what we call the generative AI. What is generative AI? Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence technology that can produce various types of content, including text, imagery, audio, and synthetic data. So it's going to be crazy out there. the videos you're going to see, the audio you're going to be hearing, the videos you're going to be also be seeing, and the kind of data, I mean, the definition says synthetic data. Data is going to be easily manipulated. I remember last year, when the news broke out that Donald Trump is going to go to court. Instantly, the internet was flooded with the arrest of Donald Trump. So this image was created on Midjourney. So Midjourney is a very powerful image generative AI. With just $10 per month, you can create hyper-realistic images. So it's going to be crazy out there. I mean, previously you needed high graphic design skills to be able to achieve these things. But now, by just typing in what you want and having $10 or nothing, you can generate hyper-realistic, near-looking real images. We've also seen situations of audio. So imagine all the politicians we have in Ghana, for instance. Let's say Dr. Bawumia, for instance. He's been a public figure for years now. All we have to do, if we want to synthetically reproduce his voice, we just have to take all his speeches that we can find online and run it through an artificial intelligence system, and there onwards we can have it reproduce his voice. We just have to type what we want the voice of Bawumia to say. The same thing can happen with the other running mates, our former president John Mahama, and any of the top brass candidates that we have out there. So it's going to be real. So I'm just giving you a heads up notice. When it's getting closer to the elections, there's going to be a lot of things going around. We have only one Ghana. I don't want to become a refugee somewhere else. I mean, this is it. I mean, we can't ban the country by falling for fake news, and especially those who are not as literate as some of us are, and they can easily fall for it. Even if my colleagues, if my mates and those who are ahead of me could fall for me editing a text, imagine what will happen. So this is why I said influencers come in. You have a large reach, so you have to be careful. Don't be the first. Don't always want to be the first to break a news. I mean, it's great to be the source of a news, but also take your time, relax, breathe in, breathe out, get up from behind your PC, leave your phone alone, and think about what you're about to reshare. With just a little spark, and we don't know, God forbid. But remember, we have only one Ghana. We don't want the whole region, the whole sub-region has been volatile for a long time now. And I mean, Ghana has been the beacon of democracy. So let's keep it that way. So the same thing for video. We have Synthesia. With Synthesia, you can just take that same voice that you've extracted and take the video or an image of any of the candidates, maybe a parliamentarian, and synchronize the video and the audio, and just type what you want the person to say, and you have the exact voice being replicated. So this is where we are right now. This is where generative AI, this can be the bad use cases of technology. I mean, it's good. I've been using it. It's been helpful, but I'm just bringing up the awareness that these are the things that we can curb. I mean, I believe that there are electronic acts over there that are meant that we have a cybersecurity commission already in Ghana. I believe these commissions are there to combat that. Also, let's not get carried away by regulations and trying to control speech and all of that, and being too careful as well, because it could be a borderline between free speech and stifling of our speech as well. So people have to speak up. I mean, you see something, you say something to avoid rigging and all of that. So I believe at the end of the day, the EC will have to sit down with all stakeholders as they usually do, and this time look at it like, as they say, no one should say anything before announce their own results, which the media houses do adhere to. But now, like the way Elon Musk is promoting, he wants citizens to become their own media houses. It's kind of tricky because we all get our news from social media before the mainstream media picks it up. So this is what I'm trying to help you at. So this is a situation. How do we filter the news as they come in. How do we do that? How do we differentiate from the right source of information, and who is telling lies and who's giving fake promises, who's trying to spread dangerous information out there? We should be able to filter all of these out. So I believe the EC, Cybersecurity Authority, Ghana Police, the military, the security forces would all be involved as usual, as they always do, and also talk about this as well, generative AI, because now we can't tell what is real out there anymore. So remember, I mean, long and short of everything, we have just one Ghana. All right, we have this one Ghana. The Black Stars are playing today anyway, so yeah, the last match in the group stage. Hope they win it, and Cape Verde also wins against Egypt. So yeah, this is just me ranting my 2 cents, and I believe that we're gonna adhere to these few things that I've said. And punch hole. Leave your own comment. Tell me things that I left out. Obviously, I can't cover everything here. And let's keep refining the processes. Let's keep refining our democratic processes, and do what works for us. It's our country, it's our land. We have to do what works for us. We have to do what is best for the majority, for the minority groups, the protected groups, everybody. We're all citizens. So this is what we have to do. And I believe we're going to have a great outcome in next coming elections, and we're going to have the best candidates win, and it may be done democratically. Thank you, and see you in my next runs. Bye-bye.